Thank you for watching today's video. That's everything. And I've fucking Big John had his arse out.
I won't show the viewers that.
Welcome back to the channel. Dave's busy today, but let's see what we're up to.
Just going to squash the shark and get it in.
Okay, Aid, where are we and what are we doing?
Right, Ben, we're on in Creedenshaw Motorworks. We're in the spray booth and we're about to, well, we're putting some colour down on the Aston Martin Land Rover that's one of Dave Lee's customers. Process is the metal parts were bare metalled, shot blasted, sand blasted, not shot blasted, that's too aggressive. And then the panels were sanded, epoxy primed, so it's all sealed. And then that was left for 2 to 3 days, baked off and left for 2 to 3 days. And then they were prepped, sealed, stone chipped, and today I've started the process of painting them, which is a coat of wet on wet primer, let that flash off for 20 minutes, and then 2 coats of base coat. But at this point of filming, I've only got one coat of colour on because Dave, as ever, wants all the information in the world. So yeah, that's where we're up to now, Ben.
Cool. It's quite an interesting paint, this, the Aston Martin one, and quite hard to find, is that right?
Yes, we did actually investigate ourselves in getting the colour, but I don't know why. A few companies were reluctant to mix it. We've never really found out why, but Dave's customer managed to get the colour mixed for us. It's an Aston Martin olive green, which is not an everyday colour that you see on a Land Rover, but the bits we've done so far, they look really good. I hope Dave's pleased with them and I hope the customer's pleased with them.
This one is meant to be.
What is that, man?
How long would you say that it would take to repaint a whole car? Bearing in mind you have to strip it by panel, waiting times between coats.
Well, this, just for instance, these 5 panels here, the 4-wheel arches and the seat box, from start to finish, with your proper flash off times, as of what the data sheet says, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it's quite a lengthy process, but in order to give that guarantee of the paint application, sticking, mixing ratios, you've got to stick to the data sheets. So, because the last thing we want is the customer blasting it off on a Sunday morning with a power washer and all the paint end up down the drain. So it is quite important that we stick to the data sheets.
Excellent. Once you've got is it 2 paint layers?
Yes.
Yeah. So once you've done the 2 paint layers, would you advise towards like a clear coat or something like that? Or would that sort of depend on the finish of the paint?
No, this system, it's a two-coat system. The colour is a 2-coat system, 2 coats of colour, and then 2 coats of full clear lacquer. And the clear lacquer will seal it all in. We're not actually at that stage at the minute to put the lacquer on, because we obviously need to give it another coat of colour, so it gives it the correct opacity.
All right, John, what are we working on today?
Well, we're working on this morning on building a custom exhaust for this Corvette engine, which is pretty straightforward, to be honest with you. Down pipes, a couple of cats, and I'm just working out now on this end where to bolt it up, how far forwards or backwards I need it to allow for this back pipe to be placed on as well. And then I can work, once this is in position, I can work out the cuts and the bends for these pipes coming through the chassis here. So yeah, pretty full on day today. It's going to be sitting, I mean them top nuts will be ground down anyway, so that's basically how it's going to look. Right. That's what we're going to be looking at, roughly. Oh, like and subscribe, people.
These are pipe cuts you're on about.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like a Land Rover.
No,
What are we up to here?
bit of modification in a horse box, as you can see outside.
So what are you having to do to this?
The original structure was basically falling apart, so the lady wanted a new steel frame building. This is the original lid that I'm modifying and extending, so it'll match up to how it was.
Okay, what are we up to today?
We're on just starting the seats for Project Lara 2. So these are doing in the black smooth leather with the fluted bases. So similar to the ones we were doing last week, which are now complete, in the distressed leather. So same style, but in the different quality leather. So we're just in the process of, I'm starting to fit this cover. So I've just steamed the foam, which it's just been steamed so it doesn't expand too much. But when the covers are on, the original covers, it compresses the foam slightly. So if we just add a bit of steam around the edges, it just expands it again, takes it back to its original state really, which makes the cover fit better when we fit the cover.
Don't forget, like and subscribe.
Right, Bruno, tell me about this car. We've not been here for 2 weeks and a lot has happened.
Well, we've been missing you, Ben. So this 110 has come in for quite a lot of work. The first thing that we have done on it is the under treatment, as you can see. It's come out really lovely. As I may have mentioned in the last video, this stuff is a little bit different to what we were using before. So the tough coat we were using before tends to dry and then it goes not a very nice colour, like quite a dull black colour, whereas this dries and it dries a really nice colour. It stays sort of satin.
Yeah, it's got quite a nice sheen to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if you look in the arches.
Yeah, sort of freshened up in here as well. And yeah, it's looking really nice. So it's going to be having some new axles. They're quite heavy duty axles he's having. It's had a new stage 2 transfer box, nice new stainless steel exhaust, and we've also changed the output shaft on the back of the gearbox to a one-piece one rather than the two-piece, just so as they're a bit more reliable. Yeah, he's having some really nice stuff put on. He's having the same shocks that was on Captain Ratty's 110.
For those of you that follow us, let's say, relentlessly, you'll notice that we fitted these to Mr. Tasker's Project Rodent. And we fitted these. They're also on Cerberus, they're also on Wombat. There's a few other cars out that these are going on, and if the cars are going on some serious adventures, we recommend the 2.65 PreRunner shocks, because these are just, well, let's look at it in comparison. It's like I'm bigger than you in a very big way. This shock, the bushes are bigger, the dampeners are bigger. So if you ever to full bottom out, you're not just relying on your bump stops, the shocks have a full dampening option available.
So yeah, it'll be a beast really. Also going to be having a stage 2 map. I believe it's going to be having a stage 2. It's the 2.2 Puma engine, so he's going to be having all new Ali Sport intercooler, Ali Sport radiator, all new silicone hoses, and then Dave will be putting a map on it. But yeah, it's really clean, really tidy, quite low mileage. And yeah, it's a really tidy example.
It's already got new bushings and everything like that in there.
Yeah, so it's going to have full Super Pro bush kit on it. However, we are currently just waiting on the axles to be delivered, because these ones, they're not going to be built in-house as they are really heavy duty ones. He's going to be having peg diffs as well, I believe. And yeah, new bump stops, pretty much everything is going new. So it'll be a beast.
Ant, welcome back to the workshop.
Yeah, it's good to be back again.
What were you working on today?
So on this one, installing a Cat 1 or a Thatcham Category 1 alarm and immobiliser. It's an auto watch product. So stipulation for the insurance, but also really good for the customer or the owner of this vehicle because it's going to give him protection. Any of the doors are open, it's going to trigger an alarm. It's got movement sensors inside, so if it breaks a window, that's going to trigger it too. And of course, they can't start it because of the immobiliser. You get the convenience features as well, so you get the central locking, which is going to open and close too, from arming and disarming the alarm.
From start to finish, how big a job is this? How long do you reckon it would take?
Probably take me about 4 hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours. Bearing in mind I've been doing it a long time. I've done a lot of these vehicles as well.
It's all experience and expertise, isn't it?
Yeah, experience and expertise is everything, and you've got to do it right as well. You know, you could throw this in, but you know, I'm not going to give the game away where things are, because that kind of defeat the object. But yeah, everything's neat and tidy and difficult to get to.
Thank you for watching today's video. That's all we've got for this week, so we'll see you next week. Please like and subscribe.